In today's NBA pick video play for May 5th, 2019, talking about this Eastern Conference matchup between the Toronto Raptors and the Philadelphia 76ers, we're going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under that total number at around 214.5 points. And the home team, the 76ers, trying to get a stranglehold on this series, coming in as slight favorites, giving 2 points right now, standing over the Raptors, 2-1, winning the last two contests in a row. And it's been a pretty interesting series. It's actually been relatively lower scoring, which is perhaps somewhat of a surprise given the fact that Philadelphia, not necessarily the most dominating defensive team, but they have had a lot of success in terms of limiting the Raptors' offensive numbers. So in Game 1, Toronto coming through, that was actually their best offensive performance by quite a bit, beating the 76ers by a final of 108-95. Then we had a really low-scoring matchup in Game 2, the Raptors losing by a final of 89-94, and then we saw the offense tick up a little bit for Philadelphia, primarily in Game 3 on their home court, having a lot of success, feeling comfortable behind that home crowd, defeating the Raptors, winning by 21 points, final of 116-95, carrying a lot of the offensive load in terms of the number that was produced in Game 3. Now, Toronto, back-to-back games where they haven't been able to crack through that 100-point barrier, putting up 89 and 95 points, respectively, which is, again, somewhat of a surprise given the fact that the Raptors, a respectable offensive team, they're 8th in the NBA in scoring average. And you take a look at the 76ers, 19th in total team defense throughout the course of the season. You'd think that the Raptors would be able to have a bit more success. And this is an extremely important game for Toronto because if they go down 1-3, it puts them into a situation where they have to close out winning the final 3 games in a row, which would be a really tough task for any squad at this point in the postseason. And the Raptors, again, trying to win back home court advantage by picking up at least one victory in Philadelphia. They weren't able to do that in Game 3, and they're going to be putting everything into trying to do that here in Game 4. And we expect a better offensive performance today from the Raptors. They're trying to figure out this Philadelphia defense. We feel like they're going to come in with a better game plan to try to have more consistent success. The Raptors, throughout the course of the campaign, a much more balanced team in contrast to the 76ers. 8th in the NBA in scoring, 9th in total team defense. The average total that we got in a Toronto game this year of around 225 points. The 76ers much more offensive-oriented, 4th in the league in scoring compared to 19th in total team defense. And the average total we get in a 76ers game this year, about 228, and both of those numbers are rather considerably higher than the 214.5 that we're getting as the total in Game 4, but you would expect relatively lower number given the fact that we've generally been having these lower scoring matchups thus far in this series between the Raptors and 76ers, but we feel a bit more of an outbreak here offensively in Game 4. The 76ers trying to continue to build off of the 116-point performance they put up in Game 3, and we also expect a bit better of a performance from Toronto. So at the end of the day, we feel like enough points are going to go on the board here today to get us to the over 214.5. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. You can check out all of our picks over at stumpthespread.com. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for our next video.